A Mortal's Journey to Immortality episode 168. In the previous episode, Han Li encountered Liu Yu, a white-clothed cultivator from the Controlling Spirit Sect. Guided by Silvermoon, Liu Yu was brought before him, calm on the surface, but inwardly terrified. Inside the hall, Han Li was observing a rare spirit beast, an Iron Rhino, sealed within a golden barrier. With just a flick of his finger, a streak of lightning struck down the creature, revealing the immense power he now commanded. Under his cold gaze, Liu Yu confessed the truth. She had been tracking Han Li because he had captured their sect's precious creation, the Wood Spirit Nascent. A refined soul meant to grant instant ascension to the Nascent Soul stage. This secret art, however, came with a terrible price. Those who fused with it gained power but lost their future, their cultivation frozen, their lifespan unchanged. As Han Li listened, his thoughts turned deep. A technique that could skip the natural path of cultivation, yet one that defied heaven's order. The story continues. With the woman's explanation, Han Li had a general understanding of the Wood Spirit Nascent that he captured. It was somewhat similar to his weeping soul beast. Both were spiritual beings refined through artificial means. Yet, this Wood Spirit Nascent was far more vicious. Its ability to devour a cultivator's primal soul revealed just how dangerous and cruel its nature truly was. Han Li's eyes flickered with a trace of thought before he shifted the conversation. "These six-winged frost centipedes of yours are rather uncommon," he remarked calmly. "How did you acquire them? Given your current cultivation, it should be impossible for you to control insects of such an ancient lineage. Haven't your martial seniors or uncles questioned you about this?" Liu Yu froze, visibly startled by the question. After a brief moment of hesitation, she answered with some confusion. "So Senior also recognizes those insects? Junior found their eggs in the abandoned cave residence of an ancient cultivator. I thought they were long dead, but after a closer look, I found several still alive. My sect's seniors told me that while these creatures were once a powerful ancient species, they are extremely difficult to raise. Even under ideal conditions, they would need about 1,000 years to fully mature. So no one wanted to bother with them. I decided to keep them anyway. They're impressive, even in their infancy." As she spoke, a thought flashed across her mind. Did he ask because he wants them for himself? She found it strange. A nascent soul cultivator's lifespan rarely exceeded 1,000 years. Why would someone like Han Li invest so much time and effort into nurturing insects that took so long to mature? But before she could think further, Han Li's calm voice shattered her thoughts. "I am rather interested in your six-winged frost centipedes," he said evenly, "and I have a way to make them ascend by 2 grades in a short period of time. Would fellow Taoist be interested in making an exchange with me?" Liu Yu's eyes gleamed with sudden light. Sensing a rare opportunity, she tried to charm him. "If Senior wishes for me to do something," she said with a soft smile, "please don't hesitate to say it." Han Li, however, remained unmoved. His tone was indifferent. "I can help you mature your 6-winged frost centipedes, but all the eggs they lay afterward will belong to me. I have use for them. In addition, I want you to teach me your Controlling Spirit Sect's insect control technique." Liu Yu's smile froze immediately. Fear flashed across her face. The insect control technique was a high-grade secret of her sect. Divulging it without permission was punishable by having one's soul refined. Though she had already decided to submit to Han Li, this request left her pale and trembling. "Senior," she said nervously, "you should know that if I reveal the sect's technique, my soul will be destroyed. If I were to hand it over, I would die either way." Han Li's response was cold and calm. "So long as I acquire the insect eggs and the technique, I'll let you go free. Where you go afterward is none of my concern. The world is vast. Surely you can find a way to survive on your own." Liu Yu's lips trembled. After a long silence, she gave a bitter smile. "Senior speaks lightly, but I understand my situation well. If I become a rogue cultivator, I will never reach the Nascent Soul stage. And I already know who you are. Would someone like you really allow me to walk away alive? I fear I'd be dead the moment I leave." Han Li's gaze hardened slightly. "Are you accusing me of breaking my word?" "I wouldn't dare," she quickly replied, lowering her head. I'm only seeking a way to protect myself. Han Li's tone cooled further. And how do you plan to do that? Lu Yu took a deep breath and bowed gracefully. If Senior does not find it distasteful, this little woman wishes to become your disciple. Would Senior be willing to accept me? Han Li's eyes widened slightly in genuine surprise. You wish to become my disciple? Yes, Lu Yu said firmly. With Senior's cultivation, I would be honored. As your disciple, I would be under your protection. And then I would have no reason to hide the Controlling Spirit Sect's techniques. Otherwise, if you don't kill me, the sect surely will. Han Li frowned and began to rhythmically tap his finger on the armrest. Deep in thought, finally, he spoke. From what you've said, you haven't taken a master yet. But if you become my disciple, how will you deal with your sect? You should know the Heavenly Tao Alliance and the Devil Tao are mortal enemies. Lu Yu's tone was calm but tinged with sadness. From foundation establishment to core formation, I relied only on my own luck. I never had a master. As for my clan, I am its last surviving member. The others have long since perished. Han Li gave a faint, mysterious smile. If you're only becoming my disciple for protection, that's not impossible. But I must warn you, I'll place a soul restriction on you. And I won't guide your cultivation. You'll merely be an unnamed disciple. You'll enter the Drifting Cloud sect under a false identity and cultivate on your own. Do you agree? Without hesitation, Lu Yu bowed deeply. Placing down a soul restriction is natural. Considering my origins, as long as Senior protects me, I have no complaints. I never hoped for guidance, just survival. Han Li studied her expression carefully, then nodded. Very well, since you agree to my terms, I'll uphold my end. Tomorrow, I'll introduce you to the other elders of the Drifting Cloud Mountains and have you officially enter the sect under another name. Lu Yu bowed low, visibly relieved. Many thanks for your kindness, Senior. Han Li waved his hand casually. Go and rest. I'll place the soul restriction on you later and release the seal on your magic power. She thanked him once more before leaving quietly. As the doors closed, a faint yellow glow shimmered along one of the walls. From the light stepped out Silvermoon, her figure graceful in her human form. Han Li cast her a sideways glance. You still haven't reverted back to your original form? Silvermoon smiled faintly. This servant has made progress in cultivating her fox body. I can remain in this form longer now. But Master, do you truly intend to take that girl as your disciple? I remember you always disliked the idea, saying it could bring trouble and distract you from cultivation. Are the 6-winged frost centipedes truly that important? If it's only the secret technique you want, you could draw it from her memories using the Dream Tier technique. Han Li leaned back lazily in his chair, eyes calm and distant. You're not wrong, but I value those 6-winged frost centipedes greatly. With my current method of refining the celestial ice flames, absorbing only a sliver at a time, it would take far too long to complete. Silvermoon frowned slightly. Do you know how long it will take? To tell the truth, Han Li said with a small sigh. At least 200 years. Each sliver requires a year of rest before I can refine the next. That's why the frost centipedes are vital. Their innate icy chi can shorten the time needed to refine the flames. And when used properly, they can even produce wondrous effects with the celestial ice flames. As he finished, he lifted both hands. From the tips of his fingers flickered 2 lights, one pure white like frost, the other a brilliant blue flame. They floated before him, merging and dancing in the air. Then, with a gentle breath of azure chi, the frost and flame intertwined. A muffled boom sounded, and a dazzling white-blue light illuminated the entire hall. When it faded, a small violet bird made of living flame hovered before them, its wings shimmering like crystal as it circled gracefully in the air. Silvermoon gasped softly. This. Han Li watched the flame bird with satisfaction. His eyes, usually calm and emotionless, now carried a spark of excitement. Silvermoon, he said quietly, do you remember the sacred Asura flames that the old Devilbone sage used? And that concludes this episode. In this part of Han Li's journey, we see how his calm yet calculating nature shapes every decision he makes. His conversation with Liu Yu reveals not only the secrets of the Controlling Spirit Sect but also Han Li's growing interest in the mysterious six-winged frost centipedes, ancient spirit insects with the power to hasten his cultivation of the celestial ice flames. Faced with danger and desperation, Liu Yu chooses to submit to Han Li, asking to become his disciple in exchange for her life and protection. Though seemingly merciful, Han Li accepts her only as an unnamed disciple, ensuring his safety through a soul restriction. This move shows both his cautious wisdom and his unwillingness to form emotional attachments that could interfere with his path to greater power. By the end of the episode, Han Li demonstrates his progress with the celestial ice flames, merging frost and flame to create a violet firebird of astonishing beauty and power. His words to Silvermoon hint that his ambitions are far from over, and that the mysteries surrounding these flames are only beginning to unfold. If you enjoyed this episode or found it intriguing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest episodes in Han Li's journey through the cultivation world.